Gonna do a little chest and a little bicep today. I like chest and bicep, and those are the fun muscles to train. So this time around, Andrew and I are slowing things down, trying to come with a different look. I believe that you have to beat yourself. You have to. I believe the top 15 guys in the world, you really can't beat them. They have to beat themselves, and you have to beat yourself. So we're trying to give the judges a new look, give the fans something to look at. So it's a little bit different, slowing the pace down, keeping things a little bit more heavy. Just a different type of fullness that we're trying to bring to the stage this time. So check it out. Maybe you'll learn something. Thank you. All right, we just finished a series of pec deck, just warming things up. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the guys to keep their chest engaged. A lot of guys tend to want to use their front delt when doing this movement, and then what happens is your front delt gets come out more and the chest kind of gets sunken in. So, but if they kind of slide their hips out and keep the chest engaged the whole time, it puts more stress upon the chest and kind of alleviates that front delt from taking over in the movement. Always have the guys do several warm-ups before going into any heavy weight. So actually the whole fly movement we did previous to this, it was all a warm-up to me. I don't try to push them into a corner because I don't want them to hurt themselves. So I try to get the joints and the muscle warmed up, not just the joints. So now we're gonna go and start pyramiding up in weight, and I'll tell you when we get to a working set. Just still warming up. A lot of times we move away from what we learned when we first got into the sport. So when I first went into a dungeon type gym, they had these chains around and the powerlifters would use them. So I wasn't powerlifting, I was bodybuilding, but I found when I used the chains, it allowed me to lift more weight without the chains. So if I used them, got used to them, took them off, I could kind of like show out the other guys by lifting more than stronger than them. And I also found out by being stronger, it also got me bigger. So moved away from chains for about 15, 20 years. Now I'm right back with the chains. Now, when I'm training a high profile bodybuilder, I want to make the lightest amount of weight as heavy as possible, because sometimes you can get to ego lifting and you don't want to injure the person. So what I do, I implement the chains, and as he lifts the chain off the ground, it makes more load. It's heavier at the top opposed to in the middle like everybody else. So gives his body a different look. It makes him stronger and therefore makes him bigger. So doing an incline, but as you see, I'm almost on a shoulder press because I love to build this shelf on all my athletes. I believe that if you overdevelop the lower pec, it's just going to exploit the upper pec and make it look even more shallow. So mid to upper pec is my primary focus. I like the only time I work the bottom part of the pec is when we're getting close to the contest and I want that sharpness between the abs and the chest. That's about it. Other than that, it's always mid to upper. So this is one of the only movements you'll see me let the guys move around the weight. I'm a firm believer in your body becomes a rigid plane and everything moves around you. But, sometimes, you break some rules. So when I seen this a few years ago, got really, really popular, I thought it was crap. And then I tried it, and it really gives you a really good pump. It's really good for a finisher, for shaping and sculpting the muscle. Now for size, no, but for shaping and sculpting, I will use this as a finisher. If you notice, I really don't count reps. What I'm looking for is failure in this body part. Some body parts I don't want failure in. He has a great chest. I want to be able to bring that to the stage. So we're just trying to get to the point where he was pretty much exhausted, and we got out of building. Now we into a pump. Now we're going to get into just a little bit more of a pump and just trying to fill it, just gorge the muscle full of glycogen and move on to the bicep. But I don't know how many sets we did. I don't really count the reps as well. It's just all about feel. Cool, check it out. So that wraps up a chest and bicep workout. And we had somebody, we're training with Andrew. I am known for being a transformational coach. So one of my tools is I will put amateurs with top pros with amateurs. And I like to do this little battle because it teaches the pro that he needs to stay far away from that amateur, and it gives that amateur something to strive for. So we got Prince doing his transformation right now. He's on his cardio, he's on his diet. And I've known Prince for about 3 years, but this is the first time that I tried to pull weight off him or do the transformation. And I feel that his mind is ready. And Andrew's a really good guy because he doesn't care as long as you train hard and the intensity is there, he'll train with you. So all you pros that want to come into the body shop and want to train with Psycho, you have to be willing to train with amateurs as well, because that's what I do here. I put those with people that never thought they would have a chance to train with. So that's what we do here. So I hope you learned something. I hope you can find some tools in this video that you can put in your arsenal and get better at your chest. Later.